going on, guys? Hey, thank you for tuning in. This is our second week of the year's wrap up. It was a crazy week, a good week. A lot of big things happened, a lot of momentum here. We even did a big trade. I got my big boy trading hat on, so we're going to go over a couple things. First, we're going to dive into the tracker, and then we're going to kind of go through every line item, what happened, some cool moments this week, and what I'm hoping for next week. All right, so pulling up the tracker here, let's zoom it in and highlight a line. So today is January 13th. It is Friday the 13th of 2023. Weight, we are at 291.8. So went up a tad. I gained a little bit of weight back. It is what it is. I've been going to the gym though every day. Today was the first day that I didn't go to the gym. I've been boxing. You can see the videos. I'm sweating it out. Total weight loss, though, so far for the year is 6.9 pounds. Investment balance, we are at $866.65. So awesome. This thing's moving pretty quick. It's funny at the beginning how many milestones you hit, right? Like it all happens kind of quickly if you just stick to it. Dividends earned, we're at $1.46 total earned. And we finally broke out of the negative equity in the portfolio. So we started this portfolio day one with an account that was down $30.38. So we've been clawing back over and over again. We are now $3 in the positive, which is awesome. So we don't hopefully have to look at any negatives anymore. If we do, that means we lost $50 in one day. So hopefully that's not the case. YouTube income. We have no YouTube income so far. We're on our path to monetization, though, because we have 239 subscribers with a total of 8,093 views. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Everything you do for the channel, like subscribing, sharing, all that, it goes a long ways. I've made a lot of shorts, and some of those are going pretty well. So, it's pretty fun to see the channel grow. But that's not why we're here. We're here to recap on the portfolio and see what is doing what. So just to dive in real quick here, just to get that snapshot again, where there's that 866.59 number in Sofi. If you guys don't trade with Sofi, there's a link in the description. You can sign up and they give you free money if you funded a new trading account with at least $10. So coming over here, you can see that we have removed Ford from the portfolio. Last real check-in, we were talking about that. I did a very quick recap, but Ford is pretty exciting this week. We made a big trade, and it played pretty well. So you'll see NASDAQ, we're at 2.31 shares, 5 shares of JEPQ, 4.11 shares of MPW. So this is the first one, first line of what we've been daily buying at $50 a day. We're already up to 4.11 shares. So that's really exciting to see like full shares in the portfolio. It feels more real than looking at like 0.1 shares of things. AT&T, we're at 2.6 shares. Realty Income, or ticker symbol O, we're at 1.55. Which is great. As much as I can get at that as quickly as possible for the dividends is good. SCHD, this is Schwab's Dividend Index Fund. We are at a full share of that now, sitting at 1.3 shares. JEPI, almost a full share of JEPI, which is great. We're at 90% of a share, so 0.9. Procter & Gamble, this is one of those big ticket share stocks, so it's going to be a little while before we get to a full share in P&G, but we are at 0.33. Pepsi, 0.28, and then BlackRock, we are at 0.07 almost. So, we're seeing some good growth there. This is not the best place to look at what's doing what. So we're going to jump into the analytics side of Seeking Alpha. So let's take a look at Seeking Alpha to get a better snapshot of what's growing and what's not. And then I can't wait after to talk about Ford and what all happened with that. So first things first, right? Let's sort this by value. this is going to be the big tell of what is growing the fastest. Okay, so just keep in mind that we're putting $5 a day into each one of these items, except for SCHD and Realty Income. So the ticker symbol O, right? Those we're putting $10 a day into. So those are going to be a little bit more, but we'll be able to see side by side which is growing faster, because side by side one will have a bigger balance than the other. It's pretty easy to tell and figure that out. But I do want to start up top, right? So 2 items that I have in here that I'm not trading, I am holding because they were here and all that. But first one, JEPQ. This is JP Morgan's NASDAQ Equity Premium Income ETF. This is a big dividend payer. Every month, it pays you to hold it, okay? The lowest payment that it's made so far was 33 cents per share. So right off the rip, that's $1.50 a month in dividend payouts based off the lowest dividend it's paid now that I have 5 shares in the account. So hopefully we'll see some accelerated growth with that, and that should be pretty fun to watch. It is a brand new fund, so I want to hold it here, and we can all kind of see what's going on with that together. Maybe we'll add it as part of the portfolio later, but this is its audition tape. We're starting with 5 shares, and we're going to ride that out. Next, we have the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is one of the biggest like groupings of stocks. Basically, there's the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ. It's just kind of a good litmus test to see what's going on with the market. It does pay dividends at 1.27% per year. Not a big dividend payer, but again, it's the NASDAQ, so it's not, or it shouldn't hurt having it in here. All right, so now of the 2 heavy hitters, right? The ones that we're putting $10 a day, we've done 10 days of investing into them. We have ticker symbol O. It is more profitable. That's Realty Income. We haven't even gotten our first dividend yet, so that's exciting. We can see that balance is at $102.69. So we have made $2.69. I mean, that's pretty good. That's actually really good. 2.69% gain, essentially. As we follow this line over to the right, we have their dividend date. So whatever I have by January 31st, they're going to take a snapshot, and then they're going to pay us out a dividend payment on February 15th. All right. So for example, and we should have more by then, but for example, we have 1.55 shares. I'm just going to click on this really quick. Dividends. And this should show the payout. So they're going to be paying 25 cents per share that I have. Just to calculate what that looks like as of this moment. 1.55 shares times 0.25 cents. So we should be getting a payout based off of right now for about 39 cents. So there'll be some additional growth that we'll see there coming up soon. So that's kind of cool. We'll talk more about that later when things actually start paying out, because there's a few dividend payouts coming up. After that, we have SCHD. So SCHD doesn't have any dividend payouts coming out right now. We are still up. This is a long-term hold for a long, long time. Really, all of these are, but SCHD is the kind of thing that you buy and you buy and you buy again, and then you sell it when you're buying it again. So like, you don't want to really get rid of that. It has good continual growth. Year-to-date performance on it is 3.1%, so it's doing great. Now we're getting into the ones that we're doing $5 a day on, and the top of its class is MPW. All right, so this is one that a lot of people aren't familiar with. I like it. I, at the beginning of the channel, kind of stated that this is a little on the riskier side of how I plan to build this portfolio. However, it does have a good dividend yield, and I thought there was a lot of upside growth potential. So that growth potential has been constantly realized throughout this series. Our year-to-date performance, which is this column on the side, from the start of the portfolio, it's up 16.7%, guys. Massive gains, absolutely massive. This pays a quarterly dividend, and unfortunately, we missed that dividend payout. But we're building shares quickly. The price is skyrocketing, and we've made 2.73%. Sorry, $2.73 on a $50 investment in less than 2 weeks. I mean, that's stellar. You can't really ask for more than that. I think there's a lot of room to grow. And I look forward to getting those dividend payments. So that should be great. Next is BlackRock. So even though we have 0.07 shares of BlackRock, we've made $1.35 in 2 weeks. So great growth. Good to see. It's up 6.4% this year, which is stellar. And nothing really more to say about that. AT&T, or ticker symbol T, is up $1.10 on a $50 investment. We have 2.61 shares of that. And remember, they are have a dividend that's coming out February 1st based off how much we held of this on January 9th. All right. So we will be getting a little bit accelerated payout on AT&T stock because we had some before. So we'll get a little boost. It's 10 cents, 20 cents, whatever it is. But that little boost does snowball after a while. Talking of snowballing, right? JEPI. So JEPI is up, which is great because anytime you have growth in a dividend paying ETF, or an income ETF as they call this, that's a great thing and a great sign. So this is JP Morgan's Equity Premium Income ETF. It's designed to pay you every month, basically like a salary out of your investments. So with that said, getting a full share of this before the end of the month means we're probably looking at some dough and just buying more shares with those dividend payouts. They haven't announced the actual dividend or anything like that, but they pay every month. Even still, though, being a dividend paying income ETF, this is up almost 2%, which is great. And then we have the two sleepy giants. Okay, so these are the two that have lost money on our investments. And again, I'm okay with that. Really, I kind of wish that all of these were losing money right now because that just means we're getting more bang for our buck in the long run because this is a 10-year project, not a week-long project. Okay, but Procter & Gamble is down. We've lost 31 cents on $50. So not too bad. Really not much lost at all there. They do have a dividend coming up. So they'll take their snapshot on the 19th, and then that will also pay out on the 15th. So it looks like on the 15th of February, we're actually going to get paid a couple times. So that's good. So yeah, I'm excited to get that little dividend payout. And then Pepsi is down $1.05 on our $50. Pepsi, they're down 2.7%, which is kind of surprising. It's funny when you're trading in stocks, you understand, right? So Pepsi right now, they got rid of Sierra Mist, the soda. I don't know if you guys know Sierra Mist. And they came out with a new soda called Stellar to compete with Sprite. So trying to compete with Sprite, that affects their stock price. And they're basically, there's some investigation on whether Pepsi and Coke are price gouging, where I don't think that'll really have any effect. But yeah, there's a lot of news right now around Pepsi and Coca-Cola, and I think we're seeing that in the year-to-date performance of the stock. I think the Stellar soda, I haven't had it. I don't really drink a lot of soda, but maybe it's good. And if it is and people like it more than Sprite, then that could be really good. We just have to hear what people think of Stellar Lemon Lime Soda. Bizarre. Anywho, so talking about Ford. All right, on January 11th, late night, I was doing some charting in Notepad like I do, and hold on. I do want to kind of address this. When I look at charts, I can just see the patterns. So for me, I don't have charting software because I don't really trade like that. If I got into day trading or options trading like that where it really matters, then yes, I will start using that. But for me, it's easy to just see a trend on a chart, and it's easiest for me to draw things out in Microsoft Paint just to get the point across. But back to the story. On January 11th, so Wednesday night, I said, I don't want Ford in this portfolio anymore. It's trading way too high. I don't like it. The momentum is downward. The dividend is sketchy, and I'm out. All right. So basically, like right at the start of the trading day, I took that Ford and I sold it for this. All right. Then with those proceeds, I bought JEPQ for this. So as we just went over, JEPQ is up, right? It's like $42.49. And this is what Ford looks like now. Winning! All right, so not that we're trying to time the market, but you want to make sure that if you are moving positions, that you have the patience and the wherewithal to watch and stick it through, okay? So I was very, very happy. Not only did we dodge basically a 6% drop on Ford, which is awesome, but we also picked up like a percent gain on JEPQ at the same time. So we kind of doubled down in that swing, got out of a position that we really don't want to be a part of anyway. And it was a really good move for the portfolio. So definitely coming off a little bit of that this morning. Like, it's really good when you have a win like that because you never really feel that sure. And like last night, I even made a video like, hey, I don't think maybe I called it wrong. I was doubting myself, but I believe in what I thought and what I saw. And, today it all worked out. It worked out perfect, like just like how I thought it would. So that's awesome news. Very excited about that. Hopefully, Ford, I shouldn't say hopefully Ford continues to fall. I really don't care because I don't hold a position now. But if it drops below like 11, maybe I'll entertain picking it up in like my kid's portfolio or something. But yeah, I'm glad to be out of the position. And now we have 5 full shares of JEPQ, so we can really monitor that and watch its growth. In summary, that's basically wrapping up the whole week. So a great week, good gains. For the year so far, we've made over $30, which is awesome. We got some dividends coming up in the next, month and a half. So we'll finally see some of that rolling. More content coming out. And everybody, I am still going to the gym. I'm trying to go to the gym. I'm trying to work out, trying to eat healthy. So, thank you again to everyone who's liked and subscribed. It's a huge help. It matters to me. And with that, roll the outro.